What's going on YouTube? It's Matt. So we just had a tenant move out, and from what I hear from my property manager, I'm a maintenance guy. They kind of trashed the place. So I'm gonna take you guys through and take a look to see. I'm told that it looks bad, but we can actually turn it around pretty affordably. So we're gonna go take a look and see what we got. Come on in. I wish there was a smell-o-meter here that you guys could smell, because this tenant had 3 dogs. They didn't tell us about it, but they had 3 dogs in here, and you can smell the remnants of 3 dogs in this place. Just walking through, a lot of stuff on the floor, a lot of just crud. I mean, it looks cruddy, but again, a lot of these things get picked up, and for a couple $100. I've got my demo guy can just move all this stuff out of here. Just kind enough to leave his mattress. There's not that many holes in walls and stuff like that. We repainted this place about a year ago. So if you look on the walls are actually still in pretty good shape. So I should be able to touch that up. They left a lot of possessions laying around. Of course, this is an eviction. They always take the smoke detector down. I don't know why. Maybe it's because they don't like it peeping at them, or they take the batteries and put it in the remote control, whatever it is. But we got to replace the smoke detector. Not a big deal. I heard the kitchen's trashed, but we'll take a look at that too. Yeah, just left a lot of stuff laying around. The place needs a really good wipe down. But again, it reeks, and so the smell is something that you got to worry about, because you show a new unit to somebody and it smells and reeks of dog skate, then they're not going to want to rent it from you. So, oh yeah. So in here we've got just more stuff laying around. Looks like they broke one of the cabinet doors. Which is it's not an easy, nothing's an easy fix, but it's a fix. Just needs a good cleaning, and we'll take a look down the basement too to see how much they left down here. So, but it's interesting to see how people live, right? Because they were living in here like this. Interesting to see that. I mean, from the clean out perspective is there, but like it's just when you get into a space like this and you see how people left it. Like the certain amount of disrespect that they have for the place and disrespect they have for themselves, really, to be living like this. It's like you kind of shake your head. The yard's a bunch of cardboard boxes in the yard. Not many, but we can. Again, this is just a major clean out. Something that we'll have to talk about is these floors are feeling. This is a vinyl floor, and I think it's reached the end of its useful life. So we're going to talk to the owner about replacing this floor, because I think that it would be good to show it. We could clean it, but I just think it may have reached the end of its useful life, and because the animal stuff that's on top of it, I think that that's one of those things that we should consider replacing too. Let's take a look down the basement. Yeah, this is what I heard about. So they left a few possessions down here, but the sewer line, actually, I'm not going to walk any further than that, because the sewer line overflowed down here because the tenant had clogged the line and didn't tell us, and so the sewer line overflowed, maybe because they didn't want us in here, whatever. So the sewer line overflowed into the basement. They've treated it with some chemical and stuff like that to get the smell out and everything. But it's just one of those things where it's just people being nasty, I guess. Which is why it's important to check your units regularly. This is one of those tenants that let this place get bad fast. And we do walkthroughs on our units about once every 6 months. And this unit had gotten this bad inside of 6 months. Another reason why the tenant, I think they were a professional tenant, if you will. I'll talk to you guys about that upstairs because I want to get out of the smell. So, professional tenant thing. the tenant we had on the lease was a female. She had her boyfriend move in with her, and a couple of dogs unbeknownst to us. By the time that we got wind of the boyfriend in here and the dogs and everything like that, she had already stopped paying her rent. And so when I say professional tenant, what I mean is these are people that pretty much move from property to property. They pay a couple months rent, maybe they post security deposit, but then they intentionally stop paying their rent, drag their heels in. We had to go all the way to lockout to get them out of here. When we filed eviction, they didn't move. A lot of tenants will move as soon as you file, or they'll pay you when you file. But they had no intention in paying. They wanted to just stay here for as long as they could, so then they could move to the next place, use a different name, perhaps use the boyfriend's name, and maybe it's his turn to go on the lease. And she used, wasn't an alias, but she had her middle name as her first name versus her first name as her first name. And the social and everything checked out, but when you run a background check, it's not based on social security number, it's based on their name. And so her name came up clean, but we later found out that she gave us her middle name, not her first name, and checked ID and everything. But they were slick, you know. They were slick in the way that they came in on this. And so, like I said, professional tenants. Now, they're not going to live forever like that, but they'll probably get by a year or two duping landlords around town, which is why it's important to call references. It's important to do background checks on people, which we do, but they can still slip through the radar. So that's not a bulletproof method, but we've been able to screen out a few people that had evictions, and they told us they didn't, but they ended up having evictions. Like, we've had people apply that told us that they had never had an eviction and they were currently being evicted when they were applying. Like, they had a pending eviction, which we saw. So not only had they been evicted, but they were being evicted at the time of their application. People, tell us they've never been evicted, and they'll have 5 evictions at different places. So they think that you're not going to run their background. They think you're going to just pocket the rental application and not run anything on them because they want to lease your apartment. This right here is why you have to run background check on people. Why you have to, and it still happens because we do these things, and it still happened to us. So it's not like a shame on us kind of thing. We still did our homework, but they were able to get in here and pay a couple months rent and then live for free for a couple of months while we worked on getting them out. So the good news is this isn't going to cost that much to get it turned around. I'm going to talk to the owner about changing out the floors, which is going to cost a good amount of money. But there's products you can use better, maintenance-free 10-year warranty flooring, not carpet, but better flooring product than this vinyl that's here now. So. Anyway, guys, not the best space to go looking at units like this that have been all beat up, but it's part of the game. So I hope you guys enjoyed the tour. Thanks for watching. Have a great profitable week.